In 2020, Netflix gave us Extraction, an action hit starring this hunky fellow right here. It was based on a concept by Anthony and Joe Russo. The two, famous for their Marvel movies now, were actually making this project with Andy Parks, a former inker in comic books and now writer. The team got together and produced this book by Oni Press, printed in 2014, Ciudad. The story is based in a real city in Paraguay. The differences, of course, being that director Sam Hargrave, a stuntman from Marvel MCU, brought them into India to change the plot a little bit. But the character of Tyler Rake made his debut in this comic book. This is his first appearance. Now, the comic book itself has sold on eBay for as much as $89.99. Right now, the cheapest I can find it is $400. All right, well, there you go. There it is. Tyler Rake from Extraction first appeared in Ciudad by Andy Parks, printed by Oni Press. Oni Press, a comic book company. Andy Parks, a traditional comic book writer, drawn in traditional comic book style, with panels, word balloons, the whole 9 yards. So the debate happens, what's a comic book? Is it a comic book? Is it a graphic novel? We can debate that, I guess, all day long. But, the funny thing is, when you look at all these books and you look at that book in particular, you see the same thing. Hand-drawn images by comic book artists. That's all I got to say about that. I will refer to one gentleman in particular, a very famous guy, if you're into comic books, maybe not even comic books, just into anything, pop culture. You might have heard of him, Alan Moore. Not someone I usually agree with, kind of a crotchety old fella, but he made a very good point back in the day that he was saying that the term graphic novel was kind of a backhanded slap at comic books, because this is not a comic book you're holding in your hand and you're reading. This is a graphic novel, okay? And he thought it was kind of a disservice to comic books, and I agree with him. I agree with him 100%. There's not much I agree with when it comes to this guy, but I agree with him 100%. A graphic novel was just a way of portraying comic books in a new form, where it wasn't maybe considered, childish or maybe juvenile, same word, I guess. But graphic novels tended to be a little more mature, and they had, they kind of pointed towards an older audience. But it's still a comic book, okay? And if you don't believe me, and if you want to continue to debate this, I'm going to go ahead and, at the end of the video here, just let a couple of graphic novels play at the end, and hey, you guys decide for yourself. But if you want to go find this book, again, I cannot find it. I found one copy on eBay for about $400 and some odd dollars. Other than that, it's very hard to find. I think if we're looking to get this book, I think we missed the boat. I think the time to get it was a while back, and I think anybody that has it now is hanging on to it, and they're selling it high. So take a look, see what I'm talking about. Look for Ciudad by Andy Parks, Oni Press. It's a hard book to find. All right, guys, we'll leave you with these couple books at the end. I don't own them, so I'm just going to put them up there for you, and we'll talk about this later.